Okay, means when the light passes through only crystals, okay, they observe intensity is made that I will be exactly half of the incident light, okay, and that half of the intensity you get even you rotate the crystal through any angle, means irrespective of angle of rotation, irrespective of angle of rotation. At any angle, they are finding out same intensity, exactly half of the incident intensity. Okay, this is one point they observed, right? To explain this concept, they asked the theory. How to explain this concept? For that, they assumed one thing here. In the light, Maxwell proposed this theory. That theory is actually called as electromagnetic wave theory. Okay, EM wave, electromagnetic wave.
Yes, sir.
Means Maxwell assumed the light as not mechanical wave, assumed the light as electromagnetic wave, and he proposed the theory as in any light emitted by source, okay, emitted by source, any light has two electric vibrations. Why? Because it is electromagnetic wave, Nana. Means there are electric vectors, there are magnetic vectors. Okay, magnetic vectors, he took it like a catalyst in chemistry reactions. Means they cause just the sensor, they are just assumed to propagate the wave, but only the electric vectors cause the sensation of vision. That's why he explained with electric vectors. Okay, na? In
Yes, sir.
this vector, he assumed two types of vibrations. What are, if you ask, if it is wave, Nana, one means along x-axis. Wave is suppose assumed along x-axis. One vibration they took along y-axis. Another vibration they took along z-axis. So how many vibrations he assumed? Two vibrations, Nana. One along y-axis, other along z-axis. So how many vibrations he assumed, Nana? Two vibrations. One electric vibration along y-axis, another electric vibration along z-axis. Means I can't draw this line, kada. That's why that representation here took like a dot. Dot means another vibration is into like this. Okay, na? So two vibrations are there. One is along y-axis, other is along z-axis. Okay, and he named, if there are two vibrations along y-axis and z-axis, this type of light he named it as unpolarized light. Okay, na? So there are two vibrations, means such type of light immediately we consider it as what, Nana? Unpolarized light. Okay. Here you may ask, sir, light is propagating, suppose in this direction. How to take the two vibrations, sir? Okay. For that again he gave one more concept. Suppose if you take the crystal like this, crystal is exactly along what direction, Nana?
Same direction, sir. Y-axis.
Means along y-axis. So one vibration you take parallel to the crystal, another vibration perpendicular to it, you assume one. Okay, sir, not followed properly, sir. Okay, suppose I assume the crystal like this. Okay, Nana? Are you able to see the diagram? See the picture here? Previously, I took exactly like this, Nana. Now, just rotate it through certain angle. Okay, na? One vibration, how to take means you should not take along y-axis. Why? Because the crystal is not along y-axis. It is already rotated through an angle. So, one vibration you have to take like this. Understood?
Yes.
Another vibration perpendicular to it. Perpendicular to it means here, look at this line is perpendicular. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Suppose if I ask,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
crystal is placed like this, how you take one vibration?
Along a horizontal one and perpendicular one, sir.
Right, means along this crystal one vibration, again perpendicular to the crystal one more vibration. So I think now you understood the theory. And always we have to take one vibration parallel to the crystal. Another vibration. Another vibration perpendicular to the crystal. Now you understood how to take the two vibrations? Right, here. That's what I am saying. Suppose in this position, this is the axis of crystal. Okay? One vibration, how to take? Along y-axis, parallel to the crystal. Another vibration perpendicular to this line, like this, along z-axis. Okay? How many vibrations you assume, Nana? 2 na 1 na?
2, sir.
That's why what he is saying, after assuming the two vibrations, if the total intensity is I naught, half of the intensity is along one vibration, means along y-axis. Remaining half of the intensity is along this z-axis, that is I naught by 2. Okay? What will be the total intensity, Nana? I naught by 2 plus I naught by 2?
I, sir.
I is I naught. Okay? This is the unpolarized intensity, Nana. If this light passes through the crystal, what happens? Okay? If such unpolarized light passes through the crystal, okay, then here, whatever they found, he is explaining. Okay? Unpolarized passes through the crystal, parallel to the crystal axis, already you assumed one vibration. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
That vibration is allowed by the crystal, parallel to the crystal axis. Another vibration is not allowed by the crystal. Not allowed. Here you are seeing only one vibration or two vibrations.
1, sir.
One means what will be its intensity?
I naught by 2.
This one practically they observe. Intensity is equals to I naught by 2. Other vibration is allowed or not allowed?
Not allowed, sir.
That phenomenon of obstructing one of the two vibrations by a crystal, okay, is called as polarization. This is the definition of polarization. Polarization means allowed only one vibration and obstructing the other vibration. Okay, obstructing means absorbing the other vibration. One vibration is allowed, another vibration is absorbed by the crystal.
Okay, sir.
Okay, means actually you separated the two vibrations. One vibration passed, other vibration stopped. Okay,
Yes, sir.
out of the two. That kind of separating the two vibrations is called as polarization.
Yes, sir.
Okay, na?
Yes.
So exactly how much you are getting, Nana, here?
I naught by 2.
This is called as intensity of polarized light. So this is polarized light and it is unpolarized light. You take the crystal like this, and it is the axis of the crystal. So now I understood how to assume one vibration here parallel to the axis. This is one vibration. Another vibration perpendicular to it, I represent with the dot. This is unpolarized light now. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
I unpolarized means I naught. He gave it as some 32 watt per meter square. Okay, one numerical. After passing through it, what will be its intensity? You can say this is polarized. IP, polarized light intensity. Already you know what is the answer, Nana?
16.
16. Right. I naught by 2. That is equal to 16 watt per meter square. And which vibration is allowed, that you know? This
Only
is
one.
the one vibration is allowed. Other vibration is not allowed. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Then in numericals they call it as a polarizer. Nana. They gave one name to it, polarizer. Okay. Here this is called as polarizer. Right? And he is not asking the intensity of this polarized light, Nana. Okay.
Sure.
Further, what he is saying, one more crystal I placed parallel to it. Okay. Whose optic axis, means crystal axis, is exactly parallel to it. Means the angle between the two axes, x and x dash. Okay. Angle between them, these two axes, angle is equals to 0 degrees. They are parallel to each other. Okay. Then what will be the intensity of light coming out of the second crystal? The second crystal, they name it as analyzer. In exam, they ask what is the intensity of light coming out of analyzer. Okay, na?
8.
Okay. So here the vibration is exactly parallel to the optic axis, that is crystal axis. So total vibrations are allowed to the other side. So intensity here passing through the analyzer, suppose if I represent with the letter K, IA, is exactly equals to IP, which is 16 watts per meter.
Since the two are parallel, sir.
That means you have to understand that if there are two vibrations, one vibration will be expected. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If there is only one vibration that is parallel to the axis, then total light is allowed by the crystal and you will find the same intensity here.
Yes, sir.
Then you may ask the question here. Sir, this is 16, sir, after passing through. Here I am having only one vibration, sir. How to decrease this intensity, sir? I don't want 16 on the other side. I want to decrease some light intensity. Then how to decrease, sir? For that he is saying, don't take it parallel to the vibration, Nana. Don't take like this. Better you try to rotate. Rotate. Okay, through some angle. And instead of placing like this, you just try to rotate like this.
Yes, sir.
Means with the previous axis, it is rotated through how much angle, Nana? Say some theta. Okay, na?
Sir.
That theta here I am representing. Why? Because it's three-dimensional diagram, Nana. Okay. I am not rotating like this on the board. I am rotating like this, perpendicular to the board. Okay. That's why here that rotation, I represent its shadow like this. Okay, after rotating. Right?
Yes, sir.
Don't get confused, Nana. It is not rotated like this.
Toward like this, sir.
Like perpendicular. Okay, na? Through how much? An angle of theta. Then what will be the intensity of light coming to the other side? In the same problem, here the intensity is 16 watts per meter square. Whereas unpolarized intensity is, this is 32 watts per meter square. And here already I placed one crystal. Okay, and it is unpolarized light. Unpolarized means, you know, there are two vibrations. Okay. Then what he says, since the axis is not parallel to the vibrations, making some angle means the amplitude of vibration, take it as some amplitude, that you have to resolve in this direction. Means here the amplitude is A. Resolve it A cos theta or A sin theta. Cos theta or sin theta. This is A, then in this direction. Resolve, you know, in vectors.
Yes, sir. A cos theta, sir.
So it is A cos theta. Okay. How the intensity depends upon amplitude, Nana? I is equal to K into
4AK square.
Okay, that is maximum. Generally, intensity is equal to K into A square.
Square, sir.
So intensity depends upon the amplitude as square. Okay, na? So here polarized light, suppose if I take it as, which is 16, if I take it as Ka square, what to write here? Intensity of analyzed light. K into what square?
A square, sir.
A square, A cos theta whole square.
A cos theta, sir, here.
Which is correct, A or A cos theta?
A cos theta, sir.
Right. So along the direction of the crystal axis, A cos theta whole square. So look at here, Ia is equals to expand on Ka square cos square theta. Who is this Ka square here?
IP.
So can I write the formula like Ia is equals to Ip into cos square theta?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you know the angle, you can find out what is the intensity coming out of analyzer. Okay. If the analyzer is rotated through an angle theta is equals to say some 60 degrees, then what is the intensity of analyzed light?
4.
Already, how much, Nana?
4.
4, very good. Very good, correct one. IP is 16 into cos square 60. This is half square, 1 by 4. 4 fours are, this is 4 watts per minute. Very good. That is correct. Here one small question, Nana. This is intensity of polarized light.
Yes, sir.
It is the intensity of analyzed light. Okay, na?
Sir.
Out of these two, who is depending upon the angle of rotation of crystal?
Analyzer, sir.
Very good. Mari, what about IP? Is it depending upon the angle of rotation?
No, sir.
So here conclusion. Polar.
I not by 2 only, no, sir. For any rotation.
Very good, very good, very good. So you understood the concept. So polarized light is independent of angle of rotation. Analyzed light depends upon the angle of rotation.
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. Then here on this one small question, Anna.
Sir.
Suppose this is one crystal axis. Every time I'm not drawing the crystal, just I draw the crystal axis. Okay. And here this is the light. Okay. And here suppose it is an unpolarized light. Okay. And it is actually one more. This is analyzer. Right? If I place the analyzer here, whatever the light coming out from the polarizer means it is polarized light.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The light here on the other side after passing through the analyzer. Okay. The intensity I am finding out 0. Intensity 0 means there is no light coming out of analyzer.
Might be cos theta equal to 0, sir.
Means
Theta
theta
equal to perpendicular.
Right, very good. So here Ia is equals to 0 means theta should be, the optic axis should be perpendicular to each other. Theta equals to 90. Very good. Means one is taken like this, means other is taken like perpendicular to the both. Very good. Now the question here is, if I place a third crystal, this is first crystal polarizer, this is the second crystal analyzer, okay,
Sir.
and here I am taking the third crystal. So here I place some third crystal here. That third crystal placed at the complementary angle. Okay, complementary angle means suppose here this is right. Third crystal is placed at an angle of say some theta. Okay. Third and second crystal, the angle will be 90 minus theta. Very good. Complementary angles. Okay, na? So angle between first and third is theta. Third and second is 90 minus theta. Okay. In this case, what will be the intensity of light? Surely that is not equal to 0. That is not pakka not equals to 0. Then what is the intensity of analyzer light?
IP into sin square theta, sir.
Wait. Do it smartly now. So here the intensity is I naught by 2 cos square theta. Here to there it is that intensity into cos square angle is 90 minus theta. Then you are getting I naught by 2 cos square theta sin square theta cos 90 minus theta.
Yes, sir.
So multiply with 4 nana. Multiply with 4 divided with 4. Then I will get
sin square theta. Sin 2 theta whole.
Then I am getting this is equals to I naught by 8 into sin square 2 theta.
Yes, sir.
Very good. This is the intensity of analyzed. The intensity of unpolarized light is 32 watts per meter square. Okay. Then here, after passing through the 3 crystals he took now, after passing through the third crystal, and means final analyzer.
The two are perpendicular now, sir.
Again he is saying that these two are placed at complementary angles. Complementary angles means if it is theta, then it makes an angle of 90 minus theta. Okay. Right. Here angle is 90 minus theta. These two are complementary angles. Okay. Then the intensity of analyzed light is say some here 4 meter per means okay 2 watts per meter square suppose.
2 hours, sir.
Then theta equals to how much? Provided these two are complementary angles. So direct means you can do this one with this formula. Directly by substituting, you will get theta is equals to 22.5 pi by 8 radians. Okay, very good, very good. This is the story about crystals concept now.
Sir.
Suppose it is the first crystal. Okay, here intensity is I naught by 2. Okay, second crystal, right? And suppose you take it as I1 and you take it as I2, I naught by 2 cos square theta. And third crystal, suppose make same angle with the previous one. You told that this is equals to I naught by 2 cos power 4 theta. Okay, means it is appeared like if it is the second crystal, I got 2 into 1 cos power. If it is third crystal, I got 2 into 2. If it is nth crystal, then what will be the answer? I naught by 2 into cos power?
2n minus 1.
2 into n minus 1 theta. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Provided all angles are equal with the previous one or say are different angles, Nana?
Yes, sir.
If the angles are equal, successfully they are maintaining same angular separation between them. Suppose if it is not a crystal, like one ordinary glass or water, suppose this is glass slab. Okay, Nana? And light falls on this surface at some angle of incidence, say some I, angle of incidence is I. Okay, practically, Nana, any light falls on a surface, total light is not refracted into the medium, Nana. This is
Only some.
some part of light is refracted, some other part of light will be reflected. This is practical thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but actually when we come to ray optics, what we discuss, consider this as the pure refracting surface. Considering reflected light is negligible, then what will be the refraction we discuss in that chapter, ray optics. Okay, and I think you know in your 10th class this is called as angle of refraction. Am I right, Nana?
Yes, sir.
R. And this is called as angle of reflection. And in your lower standard,
incident equal to
it reflected light
I is
angle
equal
also.
to R.
I equals to R. So angle of reflection is also same I. R equals to I. Okay, Nana? Then here, what do you say? The angle between refracted light and reflected light.
180 minus I plus R, sir.
Very good. 180 minus I plus R. This is the angle. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Now what he says, in case of this unpolarized light, according to Maxwell's theory, electromagnetic wave theory, okay, unpolarized means every time I have to draw 2 dot and arrow. Okay.
Yes,
Then what he observed, he means one scientist, not Maxwell, Nana. He is Brewster. Scientist name is Brewster. Okay, that crystal concept formed by the scientist Malus.
sir.
Malus, M-A-L-U-S, Malus. Okay, crystal concept, that orientation, polarizer, analyzer we took now previously.
Yes, sir.
That concept was explained by Malus, and this concept, non-crystals, explained by Brewster. Theory was not only glass, Nana.
Sir.
And here, what he says, who the Brewster, scientist Brewster, what he said, and what he observed, when this angle, which is 180 minus I plus R, between refracted and reflected, is supposed equals to 90 degrees. Okay. Means indirectly what he is saying, I plus R equals to 90. Means angle of reflection, angle of refraction, these two, I plus R equals to 90. Then he said the reflected light is completely polarized with the vibrations perpendicular to the plane. Okay, not arrow, Nana. Here in my representation, dot. So it is completely polarized with dot vibrations. Okay, under the condition I plus R equals to 90 degrees. So if that this is condition, if means I plus R equals to 90 degrees, then the reflected light, only reflected, reflected light, okay, is completely polarized.
With the perpendicular.
With the vibrations perpendicular to the plane. Vibrations perpendicular to the plane. Plane of what? Glass plate. Glass transparent medium. Plane of transparent medium. Okay, yes, this is what he observed. And what about refracted light? If you see, here dot vibrations are reflected, means generally student will feel arrow vibrations will come to here. Okay, but problem is the reflected light intensity IR, means this is reflected light intensity. Okay, is always less than the intensity of refracted light.
Yes, sir.
Okay. IR is that's why the reflected light, which is containing both arrow vibrations and a few dot vibrations, is called, this is not completely polarized, it is called partially polarized light. Whereas reflected is completely polarized under the condition I plus R equals to 9. Okay. Based on this, previously he asked one question, Anna. Suppose intensity of incident light. Okay. So suppose I naught is the intensity of incident light. Then at the polarization angle, means polarizing angle, okay, means at this I plus R equals to 90, at that polarizing angle, the intensity of reflected and refracted light rays, reflected and refracted light rays, will be, okay, just casually he asked without any numerical values. Means what do you say IR? Will you say it is equals to I naught by 2 or less than I naught by 2 or greater than I naught by 2? Reflected.
I naught by 2, sir.
Exactly. Exactly I naught by 2 what you are saying.
Yes, sir.
But I don't think it's so. Why? Because previously I told here half of the light is not reflected. Only some part of light is reflected. See here, it is not getting all dot vibrations. Few dot vibrations are there also means.
Less than, sir.
Ah, right, good. Above. Ah. So here intensity of reflected light is equals to what do you say, Nana? I naught less than I naught by 2. Very good. And I think now you can say intensity of refracted will be surely greater than I naught by 2, right? So simple, based on this concept, he asked one question here. What will be the intensity of reflected and what will be the intensity of refracted? Okay, na? In this case, Nana, suppose under this Brewster concept means I plus R equals to 90. Okay. If I plus R equals to 90, of course I know the reflected light is completely polarized. At that time, the light is coming from rarer medium to denser medium. That's why I drew here bending towards the normal. Okay, denser medium. At this time, what will be the angle of incidence? Will you say that is the question? I equals to how much? Hint is apply Snell's law. What do you know the Snell's law here? Suppose if I take it as mu1 and I take it as mu2 in your 10th class. Like
Mu is equal to mu1
mu equals to
by mu2, sir. Refractive 1 equal to mu2 by
equals to
mu1. Sin I by sin R.
Very good. So mu2 by mu1 equals to sin I by sin R. Very good. And here, can I say R is equals to, that implies R equals to 90 minus I from this equation.
Tan I.
Then you will get mu2 by mu1 equals to tan I. Okay. He is asking angle of incidence. Therefore, I is equals to tan inverse mu2 by mu1. That is tan inverse mu. Okay. This angle of incidence under the name of scientist Brewster, we call it as Brewster angle. That's why I represent with IB. Okay. So if angle of incidence is equals to IB, means tan inverse mu2 by mu1, you can say the reflected light is completely polarized. Okay. For that condition, here we derived this formula. So this problem, he just change, suppose change in exam like this. Okay. How, sir? Here you took the light is coming from rarer to denser or denser to rarer?
Rarer to denser, sir.
He is trying to change the concept. What? Suppose the light is coming from denser to rarer. Okay. Light is coming, suppose, from denser. This time I take it as denser and it is rarer. Denser to rarer. Denser means actually mu2, rarer is mu1. Okay, that is your wish, Nana. Anyone. But okay, yeah, that is, you can take it as mu1 and you can take it as mu2. That is your wish. And here light is coming from not rarer, coming from denser. And again, some part of light is reflected, some other part of light is refracted, means I think bent away from the normal. Okay, in this case, if I is equals to IB, Brewster angle, means I plus R is equals to 90. That implies I plus R equals to 90. Okay, I equals to IB, Brewster angle. Then what is the condition there? Again apply Snell's law. This time Snell's law is sin I by sin R equals to what I have to write, Nana?
Cot, sir.
Cot means I think you have to take, then this is as usual mu2 and this is mu1. Then whatever you are saying is correct, cot I.
Yes, sir.
So can I take like that only?
Yes, sir.
So your intention is you are taking denser always mu2, rarer always mu1.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Okay. Under your assumption, whatever you are saying, yes, I accept mu1 by mu2 equals to sin I by sin R. This is tan IB at Brewster angle. Why? Because R is equals to 90 minus I. And you are saying that mu2 by mu1 is equals to cot I. Yes. Means in the same way. Mu2 by mu1 here is tan I. That is cot I. Okay. If the critical angle is given for the light coming from denser to rarer, then you can write mu1 by mu2 is equals to sin C. That implies mu2 by mu1 is equals to, here you can replace with 1 by sin C. Okay. So if critical angle is given, then we write it as 1 by sin C is equals to cot IB. That implies sin C is equals to tan IB. Okay, can I write like this, Nana?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Generally in the river, water will be there. Water refractive index is equals to 4 by 3. Okay, and this is air part. And here on the bank, there is one tower, big tower, like a 5 stories or 7 stories building. There in that storage, in one flat or in one floor, a light is turned on at a height of say 10 meters. Okay. So light source is at what height, Nana? 10 meters. Okay. And a person is at a height of, on the other bank, there is one more apartment on the other bank. Okay. And he is in some other storage, means in some other floor. And he is on that floor at a height of say some 40 meters. Okay. And the light not directly coming from here to the person, the light which is incidenting on the surface of water. Okay. Some part is refracted, some other part is reflected. Okay. The reflected light he is finding out here, and that intensity of reflected light is minimum, what he said in Excel. That you have to understand. If he says reflected light intensity is minimum, then the light is completely polarized. That we have to understand. Which one? The reflected light is completely polarized. So it is completely polarized means previously you know the diagram. It has only the dot vibrations. Okay. See here he is confusing. Instead of saying the reflected light is polarized, he said the reflected light intensity is minimum. Okay. Then here, what will be the distance of this light ray coming to the person? Okay. Either from the first building or from the second building. Okay. Suppose if it is X, then X is equals to how much? Or from the second building, if it is Y, Y equals to how much? Okay, this is the question, Nana. Okay, Nana. So by considering this as Brewster angle, mu2 by mu1 is equals to tan IB. Mu2 given denser medium 4 by 3 by mu1, it is coming from air 1 equals to tan IB. So tan IB is equals to, I got 4 by 3 Nana. Okay. If it is IB, how much is this angle, Nana? I think it is alternating angle. Am I right? Then it is also IB. Then look at this triangle, Nana. From this triangle, can I write tan IB is equals to opposite side by adjacent side 10 is equals to 4 by 3. That implies x is equals to, I got 40 by 3. Therefore, the distance from the first building from which the light is coming to the person is, that distance is equals to 40 by 3. Okay? Okay, good. Means angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection. If it is IB, this is also IB. Again, tan IB, you can write from this right angle triangle opposite side. Y by 40 is equals to 4 by 3. Therefore, y is equals to 160 by 3. Very good. And a total width, if they ask, width of the river.
X plus y 200 by.
Very good, very good. So width of the river, width is equals to 200 by 3, which is x plus 1. Very good.